It's your daily dose of corporates and markets. You're watching Corporate Central. I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Over to the day's big corporate stories. First up is the board of IDFC First Bank has approved the merger of IDFC Bank and IDFC Financial Holdings company with itself through a scheme of amalgamation. This is the second major merger deal in the financial space after HDFC Bank and Housing Development Finance Corporation. Under the proposed merger, shareholders of IDFC Limited will get 155 shares of IDFC First Bank for every 100 shares held in the former. The merger is subject to approvals from the Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, the Competition Commission of India, the National Company Law Tribunal and the stock exchanges and all other statutory and regulatory authorities besides the shareholders of both the listed firms. IDFC Limited holds about 40% stake in IDFC First Bank through IDFC Financial Holdings. IDFC Limited is 100% held by the public. And even as the bankers to the defunct First Airlines have agreed to infuse fresh funds to revive the carrier, an order from the Singapore Arbitration Court expected later this month is crucial for First's survival. If the court does not grant First relief and direct Pratt & Whitney to replace faulty engines, then the airline cannot fly and possibly putting the whole recovery process into jeopardy, people familiar with the process have said. But First may also opt for CFM engine fitted planes when the airline resumes flights. The airline had 54 planes when it was grounded, and out of these, 5 have CFM engines. Further, First has cancelled its flight operations until 10th of July, and this is the 13th time that they've extended flight cancellations. IndusInd International Holdings, the promoter of IndusInd Bank, on Monday has said that its board approved raising up to $1.5 billion to increase its shareholding in the lender to 26% from the current 15% and fund Reliance Capital acquisition. The first objective of the capital raising is to increase its promoter shareholding in IndusInd Bank from the current 15% to the proposed 26%. In terms of RBI guidelines, the promoters of IndusInd Bank are eligible to increase their shareholding from the current level of 15 to 26% accordingly. And IIHL will raise capital in a phased manner to mobilize the required funds for infusion. Promoters of EdTech major Baiju Ravindran, Divya Gokulnath and Riju Ravindran have sold shares worth $408.53 million in 40 secondary transactions since 2015. The promoter shareholding in the company has dipped from 71.6% to 21.2% since 2015-16, according to an analysis by Private Circle Research, a market intelligence platform. Since 2015, Baiju Ravindran individually sold 29,306 shares worth $3.28 million. His wife and co-founder Divya Gokulnath sold 64,565 shares worth $29.40 million, and brother Riju Ravindran sold around 3,38,000 shares worth $375.83 million. Further, it looks like Baiju is not in a mood to renew its endorsement contract with Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan, which ends in September. Baiju had signed Khan as its brand ambassador in 2017 for an annual fee of nearly 4 crore rupees. Shah Rukh's team is also hesitant to renew and continue the association with the brand, according to reports. Reliance Jio has launched Jio Bharat 4G phone in India. The aim behind launching this mobile phone is to accelerate the company's 2G Mukt Bharat vision. The company has launched one of the 2 Jio Bharat phone models in partnership with Carbon. Reliance Jio also confirmed that other brands will soon adopt the Jio Bharat platform to build Jio Bharat phones. In simple words, we can expect more brands to partner with Jio to launch more affordable models, and the first set of Jio Bharat phones, which includes around 1 million units, will go on sale starting July 7th at retail stores across the country, priced at 999 rupees. NCLAT on Monday disposed of the National Company Law Tribunal order admitting IndusInd Bank's insolvency plea against Zee Entertainment after both the parties announced that all dues have been settled. The appellate tribunal also told both the parties to pay their dues to the interim resolution professional. Both parties had earlier told the NCLAT in March that they had reached a settlement in relation to their payment dispute before June 30th or a week after the Zee-Sony merger. The strategic disinvestment of Pawan Hans was called off on Monday by the government after bidding consortium Star 9 Mobility Private Limited was disqualified due to pending legal cases. Pawan Hans is a 51:49 joint venture of the government and ONGC. The centre has disqualified the winning bidder consortium Star 9 Mobility, citing integrity issues, and annulled the process of strategic disinvestment of helicopter operator Pawan Hans. This was the second strategic disinvestment process to have been repealed in the last 2 years after the winning bidder was identified. In September 2022, the government terminated the sale of its 100% stake in Central Electronics and disqualified the successful bidder Nandlal Finance and Leasing Private again due to the certain allegations against the firm and the bidding process. In May last year, the centre also called off the sale process of a fuel retailer cum refiner Bharat Petroleum Corporation as shortlisted bidders did not put in financial bids owing to changing dynamics in the petroleum sector. LNT Finance, a subsidiary of listed LNT Finance Holdings, sold a stressed portfolio with total loans of 1,800 crore rupees to Kotak Mahindra Bank-backed Phoenix Asset Reconstruction Company. At an auction last week, the portfolio included 6 real estate accounts sold for 1,075 crore rupees, equating to a 60% recovery for LNT Finance. The finance company invited offers under a 15:85 structure for 10 accounts with a total loan of 3,022.5 crore rupees, according to a notice issued by the finance company on its website earlier this month. From corporates, moving on to those stocks that were in news and making headlines for the day, and also analyze the reason behind it. HMA Agro Industries, a company involved in export of frozen meat and buffalo meat, listed on the stock market with a 7% premium on the NSE. The scrip opened at 625 rupees on NSE and 615 rupees on the BSE against the issue price of 585 rupees. The stock touched an intraday high of 670.45 rupees, up 14.5%, but the share lost its gains and closed at 585.65. This issue did not get a very good response and was subscribed only 1.62 times. Analysts believe that this stock should be held for at least 2 to 3 quarters before offloading so that one can get a fair idea about its financial results and growth as well. The fundamentals of this company are strong and the business model is niche, which means that it is quite different from other companies. About 90% of the company's income comes from exports. Bajaj Finance stock gained up to 8% on Tuesday. The stock touched an intraday high of 7,920 rupees, which is the highest level the stock has recorded. In the last 1 month, this share has jumped about 20%, but the reason behind Tuesday's rally was the big jump in loan book in the June quarter. The number of new loans given by the company in Q1 increased by 34% year-on-year. The number of new loans increased to 99.4 lakh as against 74.2 lakh in the same period last year. During this period, the company's assets under management, that is AUM, has also increased by 32% to 2.7 lakh crore rupees. By the end of June 2023, the company's deposits book has increased from 34,102 crore rupees to about 49,900 crore rupees, which is a 46% year-on-year increase. The board will meet on July 26 to consider the second quarter results, and following the business updates issued by the company, Morgan Stanley has maintained an overweight rating on the stock and set a target of 9,250 rupees. Eicher Motors, the maker of Royal Enfield brand, declined more than 6% on Tuesday. During the day, the stock touched an intraday low of 3,387.05. The slide is attributed to the launch of a luxury bike by rival HeroMoto Corp in partnership with Harley Davidson. The ex-showroom price of this 440cc motorcycle has been fixed at 2.29 lakh rupees, and after the Street 750, this is the smallest and the cheapest motorcycle from Harley Davidson. Now, the problem for Eicher Motors is that the X440 will compete with the recently launched Hunter 450 from Royal Enfield. HeroMoto Corp closed with a gains of with about 5% and made a 52-week high of 3,039.90. The stock of a smart meters maker Genus Power saw a huge jump of up to 16% on Tuesday. The stock touched an intraday high of 149.70 rupees, which is the highest level recorded by the stock. The company has bagged an order worth 2,207.53 crore rupees. It has been appointed as the advanced metering infrastructure service provider. This order includes designing of AMI system as well as supply, installation and commissioning of 27.69 lakh meters. This company has a manufacturing capacity of more than 10 million meters in Jaipur, Haridwar and Guwahati. With the new order, the company's revenue visibility will improve for the coming few years as the company's annual income in FY23 was around 800 crore rupees. Well, that was all about corporates and markets for the day. Moving on to some important corporate events and triggers which could make big market impacts. Let's take a look. On July 4th, globally, the US markets will remain closed on as it is their Independence Day, and watch out on July 5th as the second day of IPO of Senco Gold. IPO was filled 69% until 5 p.m. on day 1. The price band was fixed at 301 to 317 rupees per share. IPO will close on July 6th, and also Idea Forge will be the IPO allotee of Scient DLM. Hatsun Agro's board meeting will be held and where it will consider selling all assets of windmill division. Board meeting of Solara Active Pharma will be held and will consider raising capital through rights issue. Board meeting of Hemisphere Properties will also be held where the board will consider business possibilities in Pune. Udaipur Cement's rights issue will be closed with a price band of 18 rupees per share. Maruti Suzuki's Invicto MPV to be launched and Bajaj Auto to launch Triumph Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X. Emphasis final dividend ex-date of 50 rupees per share and ex-date of 1:2 bonus issue of Bhansali Engineering. Also globally on July 5th, the Fed meeting minutes will be released. That is all tonight on Corporate Central. More from the personal finance updates, log on to Money9's website and Money9 app and keep watching Money9.